Ka halal, Yahweh, Basham, Yoshay, Basham, Makal Kudash, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Shalom. Double answer, Elder GMS, great wisdom, Shalom. Psalm chapter 82, verse 6. I have said, ye are Allahayim, and all of you are sons of the Most High. I have said, ye are gods. What there for gods in the Hebrew is Allahayim, that's plural. Gods, with an S at the end. Lowercase g. And all of you are sons, who were there for children in Hebrew, sons of the Most High. I have said, ye are gods. John chapter 10, verse 33. The Jews answered him, saying, for a good work we stone thee not, but for blasphemy, and because that thou being a man makest thyself good, thou makest thyself a power. Yahweh shall answer them, is it not written in your law, I said, ye are gods, ye are Allahayim? Just read out Psalm chapter 82, verse 6. So, Israelite men, I have said, you are gods. So, we are gods. And we will go back to being true gods once again when Yahweh Shai comes back and delivers his elect and changes their bodies. They're going to go from this terrestrial and they're going to bear the image of the heavenly. They're going to get different bodies and be able to bear the image of the heavenly. Have all the celestial power, so on and so forth. You get new bodies, spiritual powers, rulership, all that. Isaiah chapter 41 verse 13, all that good stuff the elect is going to get. The 2/3 will be able to, they will come back in the kingdom as the children of the elect. As it is written about, Apostle Paul wrote about, all Israel shall be saved. All Israel is going to get saved, even the 2/3 of Israel will be destroyed on this side. But on the other side, in the kingdom of heaven, which is coming up, they're going to be there. Our Father, which is in heaven, holy be your name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it be in heaven. The Lord's Prayer, what is known as, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Isaiah chapter 41 verse 13. For I, Yahweh, thy God, thy power, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee. In times we're coming into, we are truly going to need divine help. And who is going to help? Yahweh Bashim Yoshai is going to help his elect in those times. We call ourselves the hopeful elect because we do not know who the elect are. Verse 14. Fear not thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel. I will help thee, saith Yahweh, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel, the Holy One of Yasharallah. So the Most High called Jacob a worm, the Israelites a worm. A worm ain't got no power. And that's why Jacob's being called a worm here. That's why the Israelites be called a worm. So in this society, we're like worms. So in this society, we're like worms. Esau has rulership over us. Job chapter 30 verse 1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to set with the dogs of my flock. Who was Job referring to? They that are younger than I. These are Esau, Edomites, the tabernacles of Edom, listed in Psalm 83 with the enemies of the nation of Israel. The tabernacles of Edom are listed number 1 as the enemy of the nation of Israel. The Edomites. Now, Genesis chapter 25 verse 25. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. So Esau came out first out the mother's womb here on earth. And he was all over red like a hairy garment, Not that he came out all over red like not that he came out all over hairy like the Dictator movie, but he came out red. Esau did come out over red. The Israelites, you see, they're comparing and contrasting too. They used to dye animal skins red. And the compare and contrast is being made between Esau and that red animal skin. He didn't come out all over hairy. Like the movie The Dictator, that baby came out with a full beard and everything. He came out red, but he didn't come out all hairy with a full beard and all that. Verse 26. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob, and Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. So if he tried to say, Well, Esau came out first, then Jacob, younger in spirit. Before we came to this earth, before we was in these terrestrial bodies, bearing the terrestrial, where was we? What was we? We were spirits. So we're spirits and bodies. So Esau, younger than in spirit, is younger than the Israelites. And now they have rulership over us. And we're like worms in this society. A worm ain't got no power. Esau has rulership over us. The police, all that. You see a police car behind you, you might get nervous. You then got nervous saying, oh well, you don't know if you're going to survive or what's going to happen to you. And so on and so forth with the rest of examples. Read Deuteronomy 28, the curses, the piece of it with the curses. Because it's going to list you the blessings first, and then after, it's going to list you the curses. But, verse 15, behold, before I go to that, Deuteronomy 28, verse 44, he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. So in this society, we are the tail. We are the worms. Worm ain't got no power. But, verse 15, behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains, the governments is the mountains, and beat them small, and shalt make the hills as chaff. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument. When the elect are changed, get the spiritual powers, the men, this is how it's going to be. Women will receive spiritual powers as well. Any children will receive spiritual powers as well. But the men are going to be the ones dealing out judgment and punishments upon the people, written about Psalm 149. To bind their kings and their nobles with chains and fetters of iron. This honor hath all his saints. Praise ye Yahweh. Read Revelation chapter 13, verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. He that leadeth into slavery shall go into slavery. These Edomites, all these other nations are going into slavery. Why? Because they led into slavery. A new sharp threshing instrument. Now, I personally experienced this. You get a new knife from the store. That thing comes out fresh, sharp, all that. A new sharp threshing instrument. Not no old dull knife. It has more meat on it. More metal than that old knife. That new knife is better. Not no old dull knife. New, sharp, fresh. I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth. You see a lion? Them teeth on that lion is dangerous, having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains, the governments, and beat them small, and shalt make the hills as chaff. So you see mountains is here, the governments. Now, when the elect get them spiritual powers, they are literally going to be able to thresh mountains and beat hills as chaff. But you see here, the mountains talk about governments. Any lesser governments. Thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them. And thou shalt rejoice in Yahweh, and shalt glory in the Holy One of Yasharallah. And thou shalt rejoice in Yahweh. Truly, boy, you out there doing some X-Men stuff, all that. Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Kal Halal Yahweh Bashim Yoshai, Vasham Rakal Kudash. The water Yahweh Bashim Yoshai. Truly, boy, when the poor and needy seek water, and there is none, and their tongue faileth for thirst, I, Yahweh, will hear them. I, the God of Israel, the power of Israel, will not forsake them. Yahweh Bashim Yoshai is going to help Israel by what? Saving the elect. Isaiah chapter 1 verse 9. Except Yahweh of hosts, Yahweh of armies, hosts going to armies, had left unto us a very small remnant. Who is that? The elect. They are also known as the sheep of Yahweh Shai. We should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. So Yahweh Shemashai is not just going to be like, well, Israel, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya. That's just it for the Israelites. No. Yahweh will hear them. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai will hear his elect. The God of Israel, the power of Israel, will not forsake them. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is not just going to forsake his elect and be like, well, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya. Isaiah chapter 59, 19. I'm going to put that in. Get Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16. Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith Yahweh, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them, from every mountain and from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks. So true prophets, they are fishers of men. They are fishers. Matthew chapter 4, verse 19. And he saith unto them, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. I said you, not thee. I will make you fishers of men. So the true prophets, they are fishers. Fishers of men. Matthew chapter 13, verse 47. Red letter, words of Yahushua. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net that was cast into the sea and gathered of every kind. So a net, two prophets, they got the net, they cast it into the sea, the world, and gathered of every kind. Which, when it was full, they drew to shore and sat down and gathered the good into vessels, but cast the bad away. There will be guys that will come into this thing and they will fall out. You're going to get all kinds of people that's going to hear about this truth. Crazies, bug outs, so on and so forth. But the elect will be amongst them. Not everybody's going to be a bug out. So shall it be at the end of the world. The angel shall come forth and sever the wicked from among the just, and sever the wicked from among the elect, because the elect are going to be just. And shall cast them into the furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth, like a fire, furnace of fire. Behold, the day comes, saith the Lord Yahweh, that shall burn as an oven. Written about the book of Malachi. Got the precept, Barakta Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Forgot it, but here it is. Among the just. Romans chapter 8, verse 30. Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called. And whom he called, them he also justified. And whom he justified, them he also glorified. So the elect was predestined before the foundations of the world. They were called. Many are called, few are chosen. The elect was called and chosen, as is written about. And whom he called, them he also justified. The elect are going to be justified. And whom he justified, them he also glorified. The elect are going to be justified and glorified. When y'all shall come back, the elect are going to be glorified. Glorified bodies, immortal bodies, spiritual powers, rulership, as saith the scriptures. Revelation chapter 25, verse 2, verse 25. This will be related words of Yahushua. But that which ye have already hold fast till I come. Till who come? Till Yahushua come. Hold on to this truth that you have now. Hold on to this green pasture that you have now. Green pasture is what? 100% truth, pursuant to the book of Psalm 23. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works. Judges chapter 5, verse 11 is a precept for this. It counts. Let's get it. They that are delivered from the noise of archers and the places of joy and water, where the archers shoot arrows, ICBMs that go missing, are referred to as what? Broken arrows. Since 1950, there have been 32 nuclear weapon accidents known as broken arrows. A broken arrow is defined as an unexpected event involving nuclear weapons that result in the accidental launching, firing, detonating, theft, or loss of the weapon. To date, 6 nuclear weapons have been lost and never recovered, it says. For noise of archers, archers shoot arrow, ICMs are arrows. Noise of archers from the ICBMs. And in places of drawing water, places of drawing water represent places of our captivity. The main source of captivity is where? America. So they are delivered from the noise of missiles, archers, and the places of drawing water, America. There shall they rehearse the righteous acts of Yahweh, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Yasharallah. Then shall the people of Yahweh go down to the gates. Rehearse the righteous acts. They're not going to do that to the best of their abilities. Follow the laws, 10 commandments that you keep now, because Yahweh Shai was the ultimate sacrifice. No longer we do sin sacrifice. So follow the laws, 10 commandments that we keep now to the best of your abilities. Rehearse the righteous acts. Feed the sheep of Yahweh Shai if you are a prophet. The prophets will be men only. A phone call came in Salakia. The prophets will be men only. Apostle Paul wrote about, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man. It's a shame for a woman to speak in the churches. Churches what? Call out assembly. When you see the true posts on the highways and hedges, that is a called out assembly. Notice, but I suffer not a woman to teach. We will not be teaching men, nor to usurp authority over the man. See that there? In this day and age, they got women bosses over men. That's not right. We in our captivity, so the reason why that is because like that now. How it is today is because we are in captivity. We can't do nothing about that. We cannot do nothing about that. The kingdom of heaven, that will be done away with. So right now you see like men sighing and crying about that, for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. As it's written about. So sigh and cry. And for those of you that's new that might not know about that, Ezekiel chapter 9 verse 4, and Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem. Jerusalem is a physical place, although Jerusalem can be a place. Jerusalem can be a people before it's a place. And set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. So Jerusalem can be a people before it's a place. People meaning the Israelites. Go through the midst of the Israelites and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. So you're like doing that in America, all these LGBTQ and so on and so forth, with the abominations that be done in the midst thereof, even your very neighbors. But we cannot do nothing about that, and we are not supposed to do anything about that. If you are watching, you are thinking, well, I'm going to do something about that physically and carnally. You are supposed to, if it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. Romans 12 verse 18. We are not supposed to do carnal things like that. We are in spiritual warfare, not carnal warfare. Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prayer. So we cannot do anything about that, and we are not supposed to do anything about that. We are to wait upon Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Literal fire is coming to this earth. It will not burn the entire 100% of earth, and yeah, there will be places left without just being on fire. But America is going to be destroyed completely by fire. Land of Israel is going to get burnt up. Scripture talks about, I will send fire on Magog or Magog. Ezekiel chapter 39 verse 6. And I will send a fire on Magog or Magog, how you pronounce it, and among them that dwell carelessly in the isles, and they shall know that I am Yahweh. Magog is referring to Russia. So however much fire gets put on Russia. But yeah, we are to wait upon Yahweh Bashim Yashad. We're not getting carnal and physical. Our warfare is spiritual. Let's bring that out. Ephesians chapter 6, start at verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Wiles go to tricks, schemes of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Our warfare is spiritual. We are to wait upon Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai will do the destroying and devastation. And he will have the angels with him doing destroying and devastation, all the holy angels, and he will deliver and change his elect. And the elect men, the 144,000 going to fight alongside Yahweh Shai with destruction and devastation, and so on and so forth, how it plays out. But as of right now, we are in spiritual warfare, not carnal warfare. We are to live peaceably with all men. We are not to do anything carnal out here and be fighting people and the rest of it. We are to live peaceably, and our warfare is spiritual, not carnal. Remember that. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, that ye may be able to stand, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand, it says. That ye may be able to withstand in the evil day. Spiritual armor is going to come from these green pastures, these scriptures. A sheep, how does it get that thick coat of fur that protects it from the weathering and the storms? From eating healthy. So, the elect was likened unto sheep. So how would the elect get that? From eating green pastures. Green is a sign of good health. So eating the green pastures, you see the point. And that leads Isaiah chapter 33 verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, the strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure. So, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. So get the whole armor of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is that wisdom and knowledge, which is the green pastures, that ye may be able to stand, withstand in the evil day. Jeremiah chapter 30 verses 6 and 7. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Good question. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, as a woman giving birth, giving labor. A woman in travail, woman giving labor. And all faces turn into paleness. So you see men with their hands on their loins as women giving birth. The man is a stronger vessel, the woman is a weaker vessel, according to the scriptures. So, if the man is going to be messed up like that, how much more the women? Verse 7, Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Who is the he? The he is the elect. Jacob's trouble is going to intensify more than what it is now. You see them coming after the 12 tribes of Israel now with the whole deportation thing. You saw them with the northern kingdom, now with the southern kingdom, Haitians and so on and so forth. Verse 14 of Ephesians 6. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Wow. Feet is being associated with wearing, with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, it says. You shall. That may be. Ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh. praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. Those be other saints of the of Israel. And for me, the utterance may be given unto me, that I may open my mouth boldly to make known the mystery of the gospel, for which I am an ambassador in bonds, that therein I may speak boldly as I ought to speak. Prophets are ambassadors of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. 2 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 4, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of strongholds. That whole Jesus Christ thing is the Lord and Savior. He came for everybody, the whole world. That is a stronghold. You see that as a spiritual stronghold. Our warfare is spiritual, it is not carnal. Praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. Praying is spiritual. Praying is not trying to beat someone up and fight them. Praying is begging. You beg Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. That is spiritual. Praying is spiritual. We have to be spiritual, not carnal. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. Revelation chapter 2 verse 27. And ye shall rule them with a rod of iron. The rod is used for what? Discipline. Iron will bust somebody up and jack them up. And it's not no hollow iron either. Solid iron. That tear somebody up. As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. Oh, so you see the elect men here, what they do to the other nations, how physical it will get then. As of now, we have to be spiritual. I will give him the morning star. Israelite men, Yahushai on top. Yahushai is the morning star. Yahushai, all the Israelite men will lead the world in the future to come. Starting with Yahushai on top, and above Yahushai is fully Yahweh. Yahushai is an Israelite as well, if you didn't know. They use the top Israelite though. Yahushai is also an angel, and Yahushai is also the top angel as well. Yahushai is the top Israelite and top angel. And Yahushai is male, not female. If you didn't know. And Yahushai has a beard. Make you want to grow out your beard now if you're a man. Yahushai has a beard. It's you know, let's get it. Let's get what Yahushai looks like. Revelation chapter 1, where is it? Alright, 1 verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. Garment down to the foot, ain't no t-shirt. A t-shirt is around half that. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow. That would also describe Yahushai's beard. And his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace. Yahushua is very dark skinned. It's not going to be his feet was dark skinned and he was green, but his feet was dark skinned. Yahushua is a very dark skinned man, and his voice as the sound of many waters. It's not going to be his feet was dark, but his head was looking like an Edomite skin color, red head. No. Yahushua has dark skinned feet, and the rest of him is dark skin. Alright, Jeremiah chapter 16 verse 16. Back in it. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith Yahweh, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them. Fishers are going to turn to hunters. Prophets are going to be turned to hunters. And they shall hunt them from every mountain, and from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks. These bunkers, all that. Esau, these elites, they're going to go into bunkers and stuff, and like that. Underground, they're going to be all that. And You see, the prophets are going to get to hunt them. The prey has turned into the predator, and the predator has turned into the prey. The hunters have become the hunted, and the hunted have become the hunters. Matthew chapter 20, verse 16. Get the red letter, which is the words of Yahushua, right here. So the last shall be first, and the first last. For many shall be called, a few chosen. Oh, Slakia. For many be called, but few chosen. The last shall be first, and the first last. The Israelites are last in this society. If you didn't know about first hired, Slakia, no. First fired, last hired. Last shall be first. Israelites are last, they're going to be first. And the first, which is Esau, is going to be last. What they call that white privilege nowadays is going to be done away with. And it's not going to be no black privilege either. Because you can have dark-skinned Chinese people. You can have dark-skinned India, people with dot on their forehead. It's not going to be black privilege. Israelites are going to have Israelite privilege. The kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of Israel is going to be established here on earth with Yahushua ruling on planet earth. And however else it goes down, King David will be present. All that's going to be here. It's going to be Israelite privilege. Because Yahushua is going to rule the planet earth. If you didn't know. Yahushua is going to rule earth. And Yahushua will be here, present on earth, ruling earth. And King David will be present. So Yahushua will come back physically and rule earth. And King David will be here physically on earth. Jeremiah chapter 30. Oh, wow. Verse 8. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith Yahweh of hosts, Yahweh of armies, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. Israelites are not going to be in captivity forever. Is Israel a homeborn slave? Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Why is he spoiled? Baruch chapter 3 verse 8. And not spoiled like you spoil a child in a good way, but spoiled in a bad way. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity. Why are we spoiled? Why are we in this day in our captivity? We got spoiled, and now we're in captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our God, which departed from the Lord our power. So that is why we are in captivity. Why is he spoiled? Now you know. Jeremiah chapter 49 verse 12. For thus saith Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. Israelites, we truly did drink that cup of judgment. And yes, it is a we. We all went into captivity. Reincarnation is biblical. Yahushua made a statement about whom do men say that I, the Son of Man, am. Why would the people say Yahushua was a dead man? Jeremiah was dead at that point, because they knew Prophet Jeremiah would have came back in the reincarnation. They just didn't know where, and the prophet Jeremiah didn't know whom he would have been, because, as is written about the Apocrypha, there is no remembrance of former things. There is no remembrance of past lives. But they would have known he would have came back. You know, the spirit of the prophets is subject unto the prophets, as Apostle Paul wrote about. He was a prophet in ancient world, you're going to come back as a prophet now. So yes, we will wait into captivity, us Israelites, me included. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. Esau is going to drink of that cup of judgment and get punished. And yes, you think about all the tortures the slaves went through, wherever we was back then, whoever we was. For I have sworn by myself, saith Yahweh, that Bozrah, America, Bozrah was the ancient capital of ancient Edom, that's going to take place in America. America is known as Bozrah in the scriptures, shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual wastes. And then goes on. So, Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 9, from verse 8, no longer going to be captivity. Verse 9, but they shall serve Yahweh their God, their power, and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them. King David's going to be in the kingdom of heaven. So if them Jewish people was the real people, why was King David at? Y'all in the land, 1948. Where was King David at? Well, I put KJV. Israel became a state on May 14, 1948, when David Ben-Gurion, the head of the Jewish Agency, proclaimed the establishment of the Provisional Government of Israel. The United States recognized Israel as a legitimate Jewish state on the same day. So you might say, well, David Ben-Gurion was King David. Where is this man now? Is he dead? Well, in the kingdom, King David never died because he's going to be immortal. Did this man grow old? In the kingdom, it's like never going to have to worry about growing old. They're going to be immortals. So you will have children turn into adults in the kingdom of heaven. Immortal children. And to whatever age they look like. They're going to be you get to be forever young in the kingdom of heaven. Forever young. How old are you? 5,396. You haven't aged a day. You come back in another, alright, 10,988 years. You come back in another, that amount of time. See the same Israelite. You haven't aged a day. And it's going to get to the point where us normal humans, alright, picture like this. Let me give you this. In Dragon Ball Super, Beerus told Goku, I have lived longer than you can comprehend. So around that. So in the kingdom, we're going to live so long, we will live longer than what a mortal human can comprehend. And all the Israelites are going to be immortal in the kingdom, even the 2/3 that's going to come back. All Israel shall be saved. Romans chapter 11, verse 26. And so all Israel shall be saved, as it is written, it shall come out of Zion, the Israelites, the deliverer. Who will deliver? Yahweh, the Heavenly Father, is going to send his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, to deliver his elect, to deliver the elect. The name Yahweh means he exists. Yah meaning he, Hawa means exist. Yahweh Shai, the name Yahweh Shai means Yah meaning he, Yahweh Shai means saves, delivers. So Yahweh Shai means he saves, he delivers. Yahweh Shai is the deliverer. His name means he saves, he delivers, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob. Ungodliness from Jacob, we're going to be under the new covenant. Yahweh Shai is going to deliver his elect. We are not under new covenant now, because under new covenant you will never sin again. And if you never sin, you never die. Strength of sin. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 56. The sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law. Romans chapter 5, verse 13. For until the law, sin was in the world, but sin is not imputed when there is no law. So, what is sin? Sin is transgression of the law. So, in order for you to sin, you have to transgress the law. The Israelites will never transgress the law in the kingdom, thus, they will never sin. The Heavenly Father Yahweh has laws, statutes, and commandments. in the kingdom, the other nations are going to be forced to follow those laws, statutes, and commandments. And if they do not, they will thereby sin because they transgress the law. Sin exists because of the law, and the law will always be present. And in the kingdom of heaven, the law will be present, and the Israelites will not transgress the law in the kingdom of heaven, which is coming to us. 1 John chapter 3 verse 4, whoso committeth sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is a transgression of the law. What is sin? Sin is a transgression of the law in the kingdom of heaven. We will never break the law again. We will get to follow the laws that we will keep perfectly 100%. Yahushua's ultimate sacrifice, no longer sin sacrifices. And there will be Israelites will never sin. Yahushua's ultimate sin sacrifice. In the ancient world, we had sin sacrifices because we sinned. Everybody sins. Only human to ever not sin was Yahushua. When he came as himself, Yahushua. Not when he was Solomon, and Adam, and Isaac. Only human to not sin is Yahushua. When he came as himself, Yahushua, he was perfect. But before Yahushua came and did his sacrifice, when we sinned, we had sin offerings. Why did we have sin offerings? Because he sinned. Because we sinned. But in the kingdom, we're never going to sin. So, and yes, Yahushua did have reincarnation cycles too. He was Adam. Scripture talk about first Adam and last Adam. Yahushua was the first Adam. He was Adam. You know, the Adam and Eve in the garden. Yahushua was Adam. He was Isaac. He was Melchizedek. He was Solomon. And then he came as himself, Yahushua. Now, he came as Melchizedek. It wasn't like a normal reincarnation through mother and father and the pleasure that comes with sleep. Because Melchizedek had no father nor mother, as Apostle Paul wrote about. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 1. When Yahushua came as Yahushua, he came through a male, a female, mother and father. He had a father and mother. He came with the pleasure that came with sleep. We're going to get into that. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 1. I myself also am a mortal man, like to all, and the offspring of him that was first made of the earth. And in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh, in the time of 10 months, being compacted in blood of the seed of man, the sperm of man, and the pleasure that came with sleep. What was the pleasure that came with sleep? Sex. So Yahushua, he was in his mother's womb and all that. You see Yahushua, when he was born, he had a father and a mother. They did the pleasure that came with sleep. They did all that. Yahushua was in his mother's womb a certain amount of months. He came out, and so on and so forth. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 7 verse 3. And when I was born, I drew in the common air and fell upon the earth, which is of like nature. And the first voice which I uttered was crying, as all others do. As all others do. Salakia. I was nursed in swaddling clothes, and that with cares. And then it went on. So Yahushua came with a father and mother. Melchizedek was without father or mother. Hebrews chapter 7 verse 1. For this Melchizedek, king of Salem, or Salam, priest of the Most High God, which is who? Yahweh, who met Abraham returning from the slaughter of the kings and blessed him, to whom also Abraham gave the 10th part of all, first being by interpretation king of righteousness, and after that also king of Salem, which is king of peace, without father, without mother, without descent, having neither beginning of days nor end of life, but made like unto the Son of God, Son of Yahweh, abideth a priest continually. Without father, without mother. But you see what I mean by when Yahushua came as Melchizedek in the reincarnation cycle, it wasn't like a normal reincarnation with father and mother. Wow, King of Peace, Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder. His name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Right? Genesis chapter 49, verse 10. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come. And unto him shall the gathering of the people be, until Yahushua come. Shiloh. Shiloh is going into what? Peace. Genesis 49, verse 10. Go to Shiloh.
Strong's H7886. Shiloh. Shiloh.
Tranquility. To peace come. Till Yahushua come back. Now on that note, Shalom. Kal Halal, Yahweh, Bashem, Noshai, Basham, Rakak, Kadash, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushua. Shalom. Yahweh Bashem Shai will, this lesson, edification, was edifying to the flock, the sheep of Yahushua, those green pastures. The sheep are whom? The elect. Yahushua spoke about, having in the point, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Feed my sheep. Then feed my lambs, you'll say, and then feed my sheep. Yahushua hammered in that point to Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Feed my sheep. So, Shalom, double honor to the elder G, greatness. Shalom.